What's up, gamers? The Red Dragon here, and today we are taking a look at Armored Kill. This is Bandar Desert, and we're playing Rush and attacking. And so I'm going to have a little fun just raining down terror on this poor defense that we have here for a little bit. And I'm going to be talking about a lot of different things, including the AC130 and my thoughts on this whole Rush deal. Let me begin by saying, I've spent several hours now with the DLC since it's been released. I like all the maps. I think all the maps are really well done, graphically speaking, and I don't have a problem. It's not like one map comes up that I dread playing, but there are beginning to be game modes that come up that I dread playing. And it's kind of funny because when I played Bad Company, my favorite game mode to play was Rush. And because I thought it was just a great game mode. You know where the action's going to be. It's fun to work together with people to try to work your way in or sneak your way in to arm those MCOM stations. Most of the time, it requires a good bit of skill in order to work your way into that. And then when Battlefield 3 came out, I really didn't care for the Rush mode whenever I first tried it. And so with Battlefield 3, I actually spent more time playing Conquest than I did Rush. Until near the end, and right before Armored Kill came out, I actually started playing a lot more Rush and enjoying it more. And so I thought that I would really enjoy Rush with Armored Kill, and I'm sure other people have complained about this as well, and it's true. The defense is pretty much just screwed on Rush mode in every single map on Armored Kill, and it's almost impossible to win. In fact, I've played so many rounds on Armored Kill Rush as far as the defense goes, and not one time have we been able to win. And that it's not because we had crappy teams. I mean, it's just almost impossible. One, the attackers get so much armor, and they've got this AC130, and the defense gets pretty much nothing. And so it's really hard to focus on this. The AC130 in Rush mode, overpowered, I would say. It does take a lot to take it down, and if you have a good team who is totally focused on taking down the AC130, you can definitely do that. And in fact, this gameplay that you're seeing right here, this is probably the longest I stayed up in the AC130. Usually it gets taken down rather quickly because everybody's focused on it. But then if you're focused everybody on the AC130, then you're not focused on the incoming armor that comes in, and so defense just totally gets screwed every way you look. And the other thing about the AC130, not only is it just freaking powerful in the air, but it's also a mobile spawn beacon, so you can use that to parachute out, and you'll see me do that later on in this game to use it to just bail right out, and you can almost land on the base just about every other time. So the AC130, I don't like it in Rush. I think some things could be changed, and they are making changes. In fact, today they're releasing a patch that is changing the gunship respawn timer from 60 seconds to 90 seconds, but I'm not really sure how much of that is going to help. I would like to see the defense get a few more tools as far as tanks go or something else in order to help this cause. Now, the AC130, I do like it as a new feature to the game. I think it's an awesome addition. I love playing any game where they put in a level where you get to fly in the AC130. I think it's just freaking cool. You feel powerful, and it is a beast in real life and in the game world. And it's kind of weird because in Rush, I feel like the AC130 is too overpowering, but in Conquest, it's almost too weak because a lot of maps that you get on and you play, the other team has so much that they can use to take it down, whether it's choppers and jets or even check this out real quick. This thing flies right in front of my head, about takes off my beard, I think. So anyway, I wanted to show you that real quick. Anyway, we're back in the AC130 now, and this is the other cannon that you get to use. It throws down a pretty good volley of bullets or shells, whatever you want to call it, and this can do some damage as well. One thing that I will say is if you are playing in the AC130, focus on the people who are standing still, because those are the ones that are targeting you. And I spent a little bit of time, trying to take out armor early on whenever I was using the main cannon, and I think that was a mistake. So if you want any tips, I don't think you'll need any tips for getting a bunch of kills with the AC130. But if you want any tips, it's definitely focus on the people, especially the ones on the ground who are standing still, because those are the ones that are going to take you out. And also be sure you use those flares. And whenever you do shoot the flares, try to pay attention to where the rockets are coming in from, because that'll let you know on the ground where the enemy is that's shooting you. And so maybe you can take him out before he can have time to reload. And if you take out the people who are firing at you, then that gives your flares more time to come up. So it's, you know, I shouldn't be giving tips for the AC130 because you don't need any tips. The defense probably needs tips on taking it out, and what you got to do is just, you know, work with your teammates, call it out when the AC130 comes up, and let them know when the flares have been deployed. And everybody else just needs to just shoot as fast as they can. But it's really almost impossible right now on defense to win an armor kill. And so rush, for me, it's pretty much a guaranteed win if you're attacker. It's pretty much a guaranteed lose if you're on defense. And I think some more things need to happen besides just increasing the timer for the gunship. I think that's a good start, but I would also like to see the defense be given a few more toys as far as armor goes in order to try to fight back everybody when they're coming in. So anyway, that's just my thoughts on the whole rush deal, just getting started. And I've got more time to play, you know. I just got the DLC with everybody else just the other day, so there's plenty more time to learn things, and as I do, I'll come out with more videos. So that does it for me, the Red Dragon. Hopefully you enjoyed this, and you know, maybe things will change or something will happen. Makes it a little bit easier. And if we win on a defense game, I'll definitely do a video on it because it'll be worth seeing. So that does it for me, the Red Dragon. Be sure you comment, like, and please subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you next time.